Okay, so what's good, everybody? My name is Beat Smith. Welcome to not my first stream, but probably my first official stream. I'm still testing out the waters, making sure everything works fine. So bear with me on that. Hopefully, we'll have some fun. So I'm working on a beat right now. One of my artists, his name is Matt Bennett. See if I can get this thing looking a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, it's giving me some crazy. All right, that's fine. So yeah, a little track for Matt Bennett. Let me play this, make sure it plays. So that's the idea. I think what I'm gonna do. I'm not trying to go too crazy on it. Arrangement wise, I do feel like I want some more ambient sounds on it. Like I kind of want it to be a bit more ghostly. But I'm gonna cut both of these choruses down. Um, yeah. Well, the second chorus I could probably double. That's fine. I did something on the outro that I like that I want to. Yeah, I'm looking at my screen. I'm sorry for the glitches, guys. I'm still trying to get the bandwidth right. So things are gonna look a little bit slower from the Ableton session than what I'm talking about. So, like I said, this is not my first Twitch, but not my, I'm not a pro at this yet. So bear with me as I continue setting my rig up. I might actually just take that, put that on the intro, so I'm not jumping at the beat too quick. No drums. And take that out. And I love this sound, but I want to see if we can thicken it up by pitching it up and will of death. Yeah. Just got too much running. Click out. There we go. Keep going for that MIDI for some reason. So I'm gonna audio it, but I'm not gonna freeze it because I actually want to go through however I have my mastering setup. So I'm just gonna live record. There we go. That. Then I'll shut this all down. Not that it's taking up any CPU or anything, but sometimes it's just better to keep it clean. Go audio, do what you gotta do. What's that? All right. So I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna do that, pitch it up, see what it sounds like. I think that's got something. I'm probably going to clean it up against the original. So I'm going to take out some of the bottom. Just because I like to clean the signals. And then reduce some of those resonances. Because I kind of want it to thicken, I don't want it to take over. And you heard that, you saw that little joint. Normally I would go like Fab Filter, but I don't want to play that game today because of the CPU intensiveness. I'll do that. Do some more filter things. And then we'll bring it down. Just kind of pat it. Alright, I like it. That's good. Let's play it out. I could probably drop that some more. Was it 5? go. All right. I actually like the way the drums drop out there. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to double it and bring it back. Yeah, I'm looking at the feed, guys. So like a nice little. Just a simple little double up. Let's see what we got. I feel like I'm getting some slack on the keys, which is weird. I'm actually gonna switch my headphones over from the feed to my direct. See, I like the way those hats sound. I'm gonna actually bring them up a little bit. I want them. See, now it sounds too slow. See, I like that. Just a little bit behind, just to give the snare some more room to smack. Gives it a little bit more of a West Coast feel instead of a generic feel. I might actually pull these back too. Let me consolidate this so I can see it better. In fact, let me do this. I'm just going to use these for placeholders. It's always tough when you don't want to commit, when you have that thinking like, oh, I'm gonna keep it so I can leave it and come back later. But honestly, it's not worth it. It's not worth the seconds. You know, it's just better to commit, in my opinion. Like trust yourself, basically. And a lot of people will tell you that. Just trust yourself. All right. So I'm actually gonna bring this up. Where am I at? 13. So you hear that, right? There's some delay issue going on over here. And so, and I'll even show you, I know exactly what's going on now. So I have, this is the track with um, the piano on it and the effects. And then I have two other MIDI tracks that are stacked going into this channel. This one has the melody, this one has the chords. And so they're both going into here, and when it's not armed, it's going in latent. So that's what's happening. So what am I going to do? I'm going to record everything into this track. Okay, so that should have recorded. Let's see. Unless I did something wrong. Seems like it. I should have literally stacked over. What am I doing wrong here? Do I have to set up a track in? Probably it. I have to set it up for track in. Let's see. There we go. Alright. So now those parts are tracked in. And I have this extended section here. Do the same thing. Alright, everything cut. So now no more MIDI delay issues from that one. Let's go back and play it from the top. So here's what I want to do. I kind of don't want, because this ends up being the main melody, I don't want to tip my hat too soon on this. So I'm gonna try a few different things. This is experiment time. I'm gonna make a new audio track. I'm gonna bring this down here. And one thing that I like to play with, even though it's kind of wonky, it doesn't always work, but it's how I get that quick sample feel in Ableton without having to go RC20 or something like that. And it's pitch hack. Pitch hack. So I'm gonna take it down 12. So that's cool. Let's try the reverse. That's cool. Let's try 12 up. That's interesting. It's got some vibey stuff I could probably use for effects. Let's stretch it out, see what happens. Let's take the reverse off, see what's good. Okay. Let's reverse this. That's interesting. Let's go back down. Now that works. That works. So here's the drawback to using pitch hack. If I was to freeze it, it would be totally different shit than what you're listening to right now from this particular sound. It would be some other shit. So you kind of have to just re-record it, which isn't a big deal in Ableton. Nice. All right. And I like some of that bubbly upper octave stuff that it was doing too, but in like pieces. I liked it in pieces. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record that too. I might set it back to where it was and record it, and then chop it up and kind of sprinkle it throughout the track, put some echo on it. Feel free to take the ice sound of this cup and do something with it. Royalty free ice right here. Alright, so I'm gonna take that. Okay, so I liked where was it sitting? Something like this. Oh, let's do that. We'll figure that out. There we go. Maybe in some triplets. Mute this bottom one so it doesn't get messy. Let's start it. So if you heard what I heard, it's that first half. When it starts doing the melody stuff, then it gets really messy. And in fact, I think I like that section better. And it was just because it was those two notes, so I guess it was able to divide it better. So maybe we take this and kind of do something similar, like that. it's still messy. Um, I don't want the mess. Just want the syncopation. In any event, we're probably going to use that first part. Yeah, yeah. It's just because the note went up, what, fourth, fifth, something like that. So we'll do this. Now I'm really trying to do right now, I'm going to give you any of my strategy on this, is I'm trying to use what I have to create more than trying to, say, go back into a loop or a splice pack or arcade kit or some shit like that. Um, and add to it, because um, I'm really just trying to create subtlety at this moment. I like where the beat's sitting. I like where everything is. Um, there's not too much else I would play with except maybe dropping things out or just creating some more dynamics. But I'm really just trying to keep it as simple as fuck. Um, Subtle things. This is going for a rapper. This isn't a singer. So the subtlety is important to me. But just to kind of feel dynamic, like um, with reggaeton and Afrobeat, a lot of times all they're doing is subtle things, changing the drums, switching it up, creating space here and there, doing things with the hi hats, subtle hi hat arrangements. The dimbos, the dimbo drums. Um, but it's a lot of subtlety to where it doesn't feel complicated, but it's just doing a lot of shit at the same time. And of course, the vocalist, right? The vocalist comes on and they do something, and they're really playing with the vocals. So I'm trying to make sure that I have enough, and anything that I do here at the last minute, I'll probably delete it, just so when I give it to the artist, they have enough room to feel like they're free to do whatever they want to do rhythmically. And then if I come back in post production and find things that I've already created that work with what they're doing, I'll use it or I'll tweak it. But I'm not trying to do a whole bunch of shit here. Because I'm at that point where I actually just might go, you know what? Fuck all of this. It's done. I'm just overthinking it. So we'll see. So same idea. I'm just gonna cut this. Just gonna cut this, and you can see, like, it's not even at the same starting point. If I really wanted to start I would do that, but I like where it's hitting rhythmically at that starting point. Actually, let's see if they work together. Let's find out. See, the second one now, it drowns this one out, so this is dope. Here, this ain't doing shit. Well, they're doing the same shit, so I'm actually just kind of overthinking the motherfucker. Let's take the recycle off. Let's bring back in this second half, see if this works. I know, I'm overcomplicating it. Yeah, see, so that doesn't go with both halves of that. But I might just cut that section and see. See if there's someplace else I can use it just for a transition or something. I'll cut it. I'll cut both. What does the recycle sound like? It's just kind of a fluttery effect. All the way up. Interesting. I'm gonna leave it. Probably gonna suck, but whatever. Of course. And I didn't set it. Resampling. All right. So I'm not gonna overthink this anymore. I think I've got enough good pieces from this to play with. I'm just gonna mute it. Let's listen to this first piece with the intro. Now that actually has the secondary pieces that I feel like are clean. So let's do that. That works. So I'm saying I would love to be able to say that um, I'm the kind of producer that has the answers. I don't feel like any producer really has the answers 100% of the time. I don't think that's how it works. I think that you take the time to play with different structures, arrangement wise, sonically, um, until something sits right. Yeah, and I'm dumping it. Until something sits right with you. And then you go from there. When it sits right with you, then, if it feels good to you, you gotta trust that gut, right? So, I'm actually going to take this grand piano and freeze it. And in fact, I don't need this long empty file that it's about to be. Take it at the end. Take it right at the end and just freeze it. Damn. Yeah, I'm looking at the feed and it's crumply. It's not the best stream, and I can honestly say that I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm sorry, but shit happens. I'm working on it. I'm about to go and get me an HDMI capture, and that'll clean that shit right up. But for now, this is what we're doing. All right. So my scream strings, I'm gonna leave out of that intro, and my fake, I call it my fake owl. I'm gonna leave out of the intro. It's not an owl. It's some other shit. Let me take that out. How many of you actually go through and do one of two things when you're producing? How many of you actually go through and do your own custom sound design? whether it's taking a sound and tricking it out and making it feel the way you need it to feel, or starting from scratch um, and making it feel the way you need to feel. How many, and some other questions to that. How many of you pull loops, um, full on melodic loops, things like that, and just build your drums and bass around it, and then that's it. You're done, moving on, and then you end up doing more tracks like that. I've not been inclined to do that, but it's something that I'm leaning towards, to where I jump on, I take a loop, I rock it, make a beat, and then do like five in a row. If that's something that you're interested in seeing, let me know. But then also tell me, like, is that something that you do, and how does that work out for you? You know what I mean? And speaking of which, here's another question: how many of you go and use loops from somebody, whoever? There's a lot of great sound designers out, a lot of great arrangers out. How many of you go and use their loops, make a song, put the song up, and then use something like Shazam, right? Have somebody use Shazam, and then find out that that song is being recognized as a totally other song because that person used the same loop as you? How many of you have had that problem? Let me know that. Yeah, that loop feels like it's too fast rhythmically. I'm gonna take that out too. Make this over there. Where's your back? Still feels like it's way too. Let's go back. Now it's clashing with my piano. This is why we do this. Let's go hella early. Oh, that's the other part. So sometimes pitch hack likes to pull. It likes to either compress the time or expand the time um, of the sample, which gives it a really cool feel. Sometimes, if you're doing like lazy swing times, I would say something like a Dilla time or a Mad Lib or something like that. It gives you a nice feel, especially if you're going towards like chopping the drums after that, things like that. Almost right there. And yes, I could go in and I could use the warp controls to do this. I just don't fucking want to. You know what I mean? There we go. We'll pull you back too, because I don't want that piano to be so quick. And that feels good. Let's copy that over. And of course, we got the little click at the end. I'm just gonna do that. I know it's a lot of effort. Blah 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 blah. I like the effort. So. Correction. Put this shit probably. Alright, so I like that one better. For those who've suddenly logged on or logged off and then logged back, look, this is my first official live stream. Screen looks like shit. You can see me, great. If you can't, sorry. I'm just going through the motions, making sure that certain things are working and certain things aren't. And, you know, it'll get better. So, subscribe to see the improvements, but not because everything is perfect. Because, you know, we do music, man. Like, music isn't supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be human. The live stream is supposed to be perfect, so I'm working on that. But music's supposed to be human, so that's the place that I'm coming from. I'm always reaching for perfection, but you never fully attain it. There's always something that, and if you're a producer, especially if you're a beat maker or a producer, especially, you always go back to something that you did, and you're like, oh, I could have done that 100 times better. It's just life. So this is going to be one of those things. Let's take this out. You know what? I like it. It's less complicated. It works. All right, so let's listen to what we got right now. I'll do another one where I explain my template. I know everybody has a template. If you don't have a template by now, make a fucking template. Like, save yourself some headaches. You know, I know Ableton comes stock with, you know, these audio channels and then some MIDI shit. Don't use that. Like, go into, it's real simple, right? You go into the sub menu here, save current state as default. You just go in, save everything the way that you usually run it. Even with plugins, sometimes saving it with plugins helps, but I usually save it in compartments. I got drums, I got drum loops, I got synths, I got synth loops, and then I have chops where I'm chopping up samples and things like that. And I'll go into detail, bass, blah blah blah. But I do it this way so when I open a session, and I work on a thing, the mixing is already, I want to say, 20-25% done on everything. I'm just feeling out the arrangements, and going for broke, especially when you're in a vibe situation, you're vibing out. So make a fucking template. And then when you find that your vibe has changed and the way that you make music has changed, make a different template, you know? All right, let's play through this shit. There's still a rhythm thing that's in my head that I want to add to it. Too much. All right, I think we're just about there. I got to do some more mixing stuff, and I got this rhythm thing, this like turnaround fill idea in my head that I got to knock out. Besides that, I think we're good. And yeah. So I hope you got something out of this, even though the screen feed looks like 8-bit Nintendo right now. And it's laggy as shit. As you can see, I'm doing phantom moves. Um, but besides that, what can you do? Thanks for watching anyway. And subscribe if you feel like you got something out of it. There's only going to be more. Thank you.